Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Poker Girls of Las Vegas. I'm here with the fabulous LUPE SOTO, TATIANA Fox, and we have a special guest, Tower.
Indeed.
Okay. He's all the way here from the UK.
Good morning. This is it's like 10 a.m. It's morning time. What's happened? Morning. Yes, all the way from the UK, and it's a pleasure to be here. Really is.
We're excited.
Great.
We are excited.
And we've only met once.
Yeah, who wants to tell the story? You or Becca?
Let's let him tell it. Because I've already told it. Let's hear his version.
My version was we were in Malta. And I said, obviously, you know Donna Morton.
Yeah.
We all know Donna. So I said on one of the days I was in Malta, I want to go to Valletta. Because I've never, ever been to Valletta. I've been to Malta about 6 times, never done Valletta. It's beautiful, it's supposed to be a fantastic city. I thought, need to go to Valletta. She sends me a message. There's a bus tour in the morning. Why don't you just meet up at the Hilton and come and get on the bus? Well, fair enough. Sounds interesting. So I gets there, 10 a.m. There's a group of people stood around in the hotel. All these women around, and I'm standing around. I'm thinking, well, there's me. I'm on my own, and there's few people talking about getting on this bus tour. So I thought, that's me. So I thought, get on the bus tour. So are you getting on the bus? Yes, I'm getting on the bus. Am I all right? Yeah, get yourself on. See you there. So the bus turns up, then gets turned away. I don't know if you remember. The bus got turned away. Yeah. Because it came up the hill, wasn't allowed to come up the hill. Yeah. Turned around, we're like, well, that was a quick tour. The bus then goes back down the street. And then we ended up walking down, so we're walking. So the bus came back up. We get on the bus, and I'm thinking, this is great. I've got a bus ride to Valletta, not knowing that it was an organised trip for everybody else but myself. So I've literally hijacked the bus tour. So I thought, that's fair enough. I know a couple of people on the bus. We'll be all right. We'll have a sit down. We'll just start chatting, and we just literally started chatting, and we nearly got wiped out by trees because it was an open top bus.
And it was a new bus driver.
It was a new bus driver on his first day. His first ever day driving the bus. Yeah. He was driving like Michael Schumacher. He was taking corners at 50. It was hair raising at times. But when we get to Valletta, beautiful, amazing. Really, really enjoyed it. Stopped off at a couple of different places as well. And just really, really enjoyed the trip. And unbeknown to me, that it was a trip that I really shouldn't have been on. But I had a great day and met you guys.
Yeah, you found yourself with the Vegas girls.
And that's exactly how it started. So yes. So then seeing you on the strip, I was playing some kind of whatever I was doing, as you do when you're in Vegas. Yeah. And I hear this voice.
I said, who's your favourite Aussie? I covered his eyes from behind. And he picked me straight away.
Absolutely.
You left out the part you wore a pink boa for the whole bus ride.
I was forced.
Hot pink.
I was forced. No. Those feathers went everywhere. I was cleaning feathers. I was cleaning feathers off parts for days and days. No, it was good. It was the pink feather stayed around the neck for the tour. It nearly blew off a few times.
But you got put in the naughty corner. That's why you were wearing them.
That is true.
Left that out.
I can't remember what I did.
Becca?
What did I do?
I can't remember exactly, but he started right away.
He started right away. He started. And we put him in the naughty corner at the front of the bus with the pink boa so we could spot him.
Yeah. Well, a lot. You guys are just like chatting away like you're besties and you've been like hanging out forever, but I don't even know anything about you, Tower. I mean, you were sitting outside in the lobby when we got here and I was like,
I was here at 9.
Oh.
No, I wasn't.
I was like, don't ever do that again. Yeah. We're not that punctual.
No.
She's the best out of all of us.
I'll be here on time, for sure.
I was a little bit early, but I wasn't that early. I must admit. But the guy outside, he opened the door and went, hello? Scotty's like, hello? I went, are you here for the poker? I went, yeah. He went, you're far too early.
That's great. It's about right. Yeah. Okay, so tell us, what do you do in poker?
We live stream in the UK. My name, believe it or not, my name's Phil. but I still get asked, "What's your name?" And I've been doing it 17 years because the tower basically came from when in the UK we had the forums, the poker forums back in 2005, 6 and 7. All the poker forums before Facebook, before social media, before Twitter and all these. Yeah, the only way to find out anything that was happening in the poker world was to join a forum. Yeah. And we had about 10 forums in the UK. I worked for one specifically, and you needed a nickname. Well, I moved to Blackpool in 2004. Well, obviously, Blackpool's got a tower. Have you heard of Blackpool Tower? It's a little bit like the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, okay.
In fact, the Eiffel Tower is a mirror image of the Blackpool Tower. And Blackpool Tower stands something like 415 foot in the air, and it's like synonymous to the town. Basically, everybody just comes to see this Blackpool Tower. It's on the seafront, and it's part of
They just haven't done a very good job in
promoting
it like they did the Eiffel Tower.
If ever you come to England, you do need to come and see the Blackpool Tower.
Okay.
It is a very small town in the northwest of England, but it's synonymous to Blackpool.
Okay.
So apparently you needed a nickname to get on the forum. You didn't want to use your real name. I'd moved to Blackpool. I'd been there 12 months. They were like, you're quite tall and you live in Blackpool. So obviously you're going to be Tower. And that was basically it. That's how it came along. It's nothing extravagant. It's nothing exceptional. Like that is literally how the name came. But we then, in 2007, started a British poker tour called the GUKPT, which is the Grosvenor UK Poker Tour.
I remember that.
And in 2007, I could tell you the date if you want me to. So the 10th of February, 2007 is the first time it ever started. And it was on Channel 4. They filmed it on Channel 4, so it was a TV series.
Oh.
So we did every single main event. So I think they did like 8 or 9 in the year in different towns, different cities around the country. And at that time, because it was on TV, we were doing the blogging for it all. So in 2007, we started the blogging. Then we got to do every leg. And we then started writing up about it. And then in 2008, we started doing our own little videos. Cool. So we started doing vlogs and little video clips to put on the website as well. And they only had 1 year on TV. And then it went, and literally that was when the internet started to change the way poker was. Mm-hmm. And we then realised that if you weren't doing things instantly, people were getting fed up of waiting. Mm-hmm. And that's basically how it all came along. So we started with the blogging, then we went to the videos and the little clips of videos, and I think we did Macau. We did the first ever Asian poker tour.
Oh, cool.
In Macau and the Philippines. And then they cancelled Malaysia. I don't know why, but they did. We did those. We were doing the Irish Open at the time. So we were starting to travel around and starting to get a name for ourselves, which was really good. And then things then progressed into live streaming. And in 2014, I think it was, the guy that I work for now, Andy Booth, who's got all the kit, we've just progressed for 10 years while Andy's been doing it into what we're doing now, and we're live streaming on a regular basis. And I think now we're doing 20 events a year.
That's a lot.
Whereas for the first 10 years, we were doing 8, 9. And then obviously we got the Goliath coming on, which was an extra starting in 2011. And then it was just different gigs. So we're now doing 20, 21, 22 per year. So.
And you do the commentating for it?
Yeah, we do. I do the commentating. I've got an analyst at the side of me, a guy called Jay. Fantastic analyst. He gets a lot of recognition for being he just eats, sleeps and breathes poker. He could analyse a hand amazingly, but on the face side of it and doing the little videos and the presenting and doing the co-commentating, that's just me. This pretty face. This pretty face.
Well, everyone was texting us. Is that Tower? Because
we posted
you
posted a picture on the bus.
Yeah, with the pink boa, and my phone blew up. And I said, God, who's Tower? And they're like, he's just the face of UK poker. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, we've done. And luckily for me, health-wise and work-wise, last year I got an award from Grosvenor Casinos because there was over the years, because like I said, we started with 8 events and there might have been 7, then obviously we had COVID and whatever. Last year, there'd been 150 main events throughout the years.
Oh, my God.
And I've never missed one.
Wow.
Never, ever.
That's what
Right.
Never, ever missed one. And still,
That's cool.
12 months later, I've still never missed one. So I'm quite lucky.
That's
So I got an
impressive.
award and they got me flights to Vegas. They knew I was coming anyway,
Yeah.
because I always do. And they got me flights to Vegas and they put me into the mini main.
Oh, that's
And I managed to cash.
Yay!
And I am hopeless at poker.
Oh,
But I managed to grind out 21 levels, a 14-hour day. Like you're like that on the table, and it's like this is for, and I managed to cash. So yeah, that was nice. That was good. But yeah, I got an award, got my own trophy, and it just said 150 not out.
Wow.
And then since then we've done probably another 10 to 12 since then.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you basically live your life on the road.
Absolutely, there is a little suitcase. I've changed suitcases 2 or 3 times.
There you
but,
go. They didn't
how that
last as
feels.
long as you did.
I know, absolutely. But yeah, it is a job that obviously everything city. We do go to the same place. Maybe we do London 2 or 3 times a year, and then you'll do a couple of stops that you do different times of the year. But yeah,
Well, it just was a little bit. We chatted for a minute before we came on air, and you said that there was 55 locations
there's
in the UK.
55 Grosvenor casinos in Britain,
Wow.
and I think there's something like 35 that do poker.
Okay, I'm going to stop. Governor Casino, is that what you're saying?
Grosvenor.
Grosvenor.
Yeah,
Is what it
I
sounds
mean,
like.
It's a silent S.
When it has an S in it,
It
so I always say
does.
Grosvenor.
Yeah, Grosvenor casinos.
So the S is silent.
Grosvenor.
Yes.
Grosvenor.
I don't know why.
I don't either,
'Cause
because I've been
he's
saying
spelled
Grosvenor my whole
Grosvenor.
life.
It's actually spelled Grosvenor, but Grosvenor
Yeah.
is the casino.
No.
So that's the chain of casinos. And within, obviously, the casinos, there are some places that don't have poker, but there's 30, I think it's something like 35
That's unbelievable.
that play poker on a regular basis. Not the big ones, but on a regular daily basis, you could have 30, 40, 50 pounds and a weekly special of 100 and something like that. But obviously, when the tour comes round, the buying gets a little bit bigger. But we have nothing like Vegas. We don't have a $250,000 buying or anything like that, like they do in the high rollers in Vegas. But like our main event would be £1,100 or $1,400.
That's kind of like the average,
$1,400-ish. Yes.
Even in the
Yeah.
U.S., I mean, most of the tours outside of the WSOP main or the summer series, they're $1,100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's right in there.
Yeah, and we get between 300 and 500 runners on a regular basis that travel around and play the tour.
That's
So they're pretty
fabulous.
decent. Yeah, pretty good.
So we're the real poker girls of Las Vegas. So tell me, what do you guys do for women in poker?
Do you know what?
Did I just put you on the hot seat?
We've got no, absolutely not. Absolutely, we do a lot. We've got a Grosvenor ambassador called Katie Swift. I don't know if you know Katie.
I
We do know Katie.
Yeah, and she does so much for women's poker. Every festival, there's a ladies' event. We've got Goliath coming up in Coventry in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes.
There's got a ladies' event that's going to be on. So yeah, we do quite a lot, and she's been superb for like. If I'm going back in the day, 2007, we actually filmed, I shouldn't say I really, but we filmed for a different company, Betfred. We filmed a ladies' tour.
That's cool.
We filmed a ladies' tour. And I think it was like 6 events that we did. So I think ladies in poker have always been part of any kind of tour and any kind of talk about poker. It's just obviously getting the ladies to play because we know that there's like 1% of the field that are women or 2% of the field, and obviously not too many. But I've always been an advocate of ladies, women's tours, ladies' events. They're fantastic. And a lot of people now, a lot of ladies that I'd speak to, and I don't like playing ladies' events. I want to play with everybody.
Yeah.
But if you have a ladies' event and you get 100, like I think the last one at Goliath last year got 200 runners, which was massive.
That's huge.
That's
To get
huge.
200 ladies playing poker over a couple of days was fantastic. And like I said, there's another one coming up in, I think it's the first
Goliath,
weekend.
yeah.
The first weekend of Goliath. It's a 2-dayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, Katie's done so much for British poker.
Yeah.
And obviously not just Katie, but there's so many women out there that have got their names out there, and there's a couple here playing the main event, and that we know of. I don't know everybody's name in the main event that I know, but I know a couple that have made day 3 so far.
That's awesome.
Which is good.
It
And
really
you know
is.
KJ, of course.
Fantastic. KJ, with and the Hippodrome, and now she got a new role within
Poker Stars.
with
That's
Poker
right.
Stars. I don't know actually what her role entails, but it's great. It's great. She was really proud. I know. I saw the little video that she did of the speech and what have you, and I think she felt really, really proud and honoured to be doing it.
Yeah, we had her in here.
Did you?
Yeah, we did. She explained
Fantastic. She's great.
all about it and her big event coming up in London.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ladies event.
Yeah. Oh, you got a ladies' festival coming up.
Yeah.
Is that later in the
KJ.
year, November time? Is it?
November, yeah.
Yes.
We might see you again.
Man,
Have you seen this Blackwell Tower?
You can pick your color for the boa right now.
Pink.
We'll make sure.
Pink was fantastic.
You like the pink. Okay.
Pink
was
We'll make sure
great.
that's available. Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm very excited about that, though, because there's very few bigger events and that really concentrate on the ladies.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate that that's been part of the mission all along.
It is.
Which we really love.
It is.
you know.
It's really good. And obviously, with an event like this, with the World Series going on, you've got the ladies' event as well, which is. There's always been
the largest
I
this
think,
year.
yeah, absolutely was, and obviously the main event smashed it again. So the numbers have been amazing for the last few years.
Poker's back.
It is indeed. Everybody's got money from somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but they've got it.
It just appears, doesn't it?
But every festival like now has a ladies' event, and even like the seniors as well. They're still looking after the old people. Like, it's great when you walk in. They're like,
Well, and then there's those of us that are both.
well, yes, I'm both. No, I'm not. No, I
the
can't play the
ladies and
ladies'
the
event, but I can play the
seniors.
seniors. I can't play the super seniors yet. But
The super senior.
I'm eligible for that now,
Well,
too.
Oh, my.
somebody did ask me the other day, am I playing the super seniors? And
What is the age for super seniors?
65.
60.
65.
Oh, 60? I
That
thought it was
hurts.
65.
It's 60.
No,
Well,
60.
shit, I'm eligible for the super seniors then.
we were talking about this yesterday. We went downtown yesterday with a couple of friends who's he cashed nicely in the area this year. He came second for 160.
That's
Nice.
And
amazing.
it was a great effort from Adam. And we were just chatting about old times because we got a guy that's come to Vegas for the first time and he's in his mid-30s and he's never been to Vegas. So we took him downtown and we had a steak somewhere in wherever it was and we had a nice meal. So we took him to Binions,
Yeah.
and obviously the poker room's not there anymore,
No,
No.
sad.
which is, it's like,
It's like
even
putting a
walking up
dagger
the
in your
stairs,
heart.
it's not even there.
No.
Like, my first visit was 2004, and it was the World Series in April and May at the time, because that's
Right.
when they used to run it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I walked in, I'm like, wow, this is like amazing. And Binions was there, so we took him to Binions, and I'm like, it's not even there anymore.
Wait a minute. Isn't that the year that it was so big for
was the-
Binions that
yes.
we filmed on the outside?
It was the last year that it was the last year in Binions, and because in 2005
Yeah,
it
it
moved
was
to the
filmed
Rio.
outside under
That's
a canopy.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep.
Oh,
and
my
then they
God.
said, no, you can't do that anymore because there's no cameras and all that stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, give me a break. I thought it was
Wow.
fabulous.
Yeah, so we took him down to Binions to see all the history, and I'm like, well, that used to be the card room, and he's like, slots. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where's the upstairs? Well, it's not there anymore.
Right.
It's like, oh, it was so.
And the old upstairs used to be the Mint back in the day.
That's right. Yeah. But I remember in fact, I can tell you when it was 11 years ago, because I was 45,
Ah.
and there was a seniors event that was over 45s.
Oh, wow.
And Adam, we were talking about it, and he went, I played that event. And I'm like, did you? I says, well, I played it as well. He says, yeah, I played that event. I don't know why the seniors was over 45s then.
I don't know.
45 is not old.
No.
Like 50 is not old, but,
No.
but 45. And I was sat on the same table as TJ Cloutier and Lon McCarron, who'd obviously synonymous to for the
Right.
World Series
Right.
commentary. And I'd only just got to know these kind of guys because back in the day, like, you're just getting to know all these faces and names. And I'm like, TJ Cloutier's there. That's TJ's there. And I'm sat on the same table. But for me, at 45, being old,
Yeah, the biggest
It's like,
yeah.
but that's the only seniors I ever remember being 40, 50 or less.
Right.
Yeah.
But 45. But the names, actually, when you think about in the room who was actually playing it was just amazing. Like,
Yeah.
because they brought it down to 45. But the room was packed.
Yeah.
The room was, and I don't know if you've noticed playing do you play the seniors?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I did then. I don't now.
The best thing about the seniors is you can, like, we have late reg forever now. And now you can buy into day twos, and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not too sure, but you can late reg for all these levels.
Yeah.
The best thing about the seniors is that everybody wants to play the first hand.
Yeah.
Everybody's sat in the seats at the start of the tournament, and there's no empty seats anywhere.
So funny.
And everybody sits down. Yeah, if it's a 10 a.m. start, I'll be there at 5:02.
Well, that was we had years ago. I ran the seniors poker tour, and we could start our events at 9 a.m. It was not a problem. Everybody'd be there.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Well, they've been
it's
up for
true.
3 hours.
Oh, my.
I know, so it's great.
Don't get there because you'll be late.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
They're not even seniors. So they should.
She's gonna mess it all
Whatever.
up.
I would prefer an all-night tournament. Start at midnight, finish at 9 a.m. is my kind of tournament.
Yep, that was the juniors tournament.
Do you play any other games besides Hold'em?
I used to play just Omaha, and I actually liked playing, and I know it's boring, but I used to play, when I used to come to Vegas years ago, I used to play Limit 4-8 PLO. Is it 8 or better the over here?
Yeah, eight.
High-low
High-low.
over
Oh,
in
that's
the
my
UK.
jam. That's my jam.
And
What
I
are you
used to
talking
sit
about?
down at 4-8s, high-low, sit there for
best.
hours. The $1 chips are stacked up absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
And just sit there for hours. I used to love the game.
I still do that.
But-
It's called
but,
drunk
yeah,
poker
mainly-
for me.
We just did that.
Yeah. You
It's where
don't,
we can go drink and
you
just have
certainly
a
don't see
cocktail,
many
play
limit
some
tables
limit,
nowadays,
nothing.
that is for sure.
Can't
No.
lose a lot.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah, it's
It
fun.
was perfect. But no, I'm mainly Hold'em. And to be fair, I don't play too many times. Like, I've been in Vegas a month already. I've played twice.
Yeah, wow.
I've cashed once.
I love it.
I played the Colossus and cashed.
That's cool.
And then played over at the Orleans, because I obviously I like the little poker rooms, the $200, the $300.
Yeah.
Me too.
These kind. I love them.
Yeah, I'm not the big bleed.
No,
tournaments.
snap.
That's
Snap.
not me.
And I think because of Vegas and the World Series, I think everybody's now realised that, well, not everybody plays the World Series. Why don't we stick a tournament on? And people turn up.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
packed
Everybody
everywhere.
now has got great numbers.
Every poker room that is a decent poker room here has a series.
And everybody's got great numbers. But yesterday, because we were walking downtown, I went to the Golden Nugget.
Oh, my.
So I walked in the Nugget. I said, come on, Chris, we'll walk in the Nugget. I'll show you the poker room. He went, right, okay. So walks up there. The room's empty.
What?
It's finished. It was the
They
first.
were done.
Was it like 1st of June to the 1st of July?
And
Yeah.
they're doing the mixed game festival now, and it's being done in the poker room.
Ah.
But okay, I'm not going to be critical, but I'm going to be critical.
Be
Every
critical.
single one of those events are $700.
All right, so
And
they're
it's
pretty
like,
high.
that is the kind of thing you need to do in the bigger room, you know? And so, I don't know. I'm not paying $700 to play a mixed game inside their little poker room.
Well, I walked in the Nugget and there was nothing in the room. And it's the first time I've seen that, obviously, because normally you're just in there.
a
and
ballroom.
there's
The
hundreds of
ballroom.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the
Hundreds of people in there with tables everywhere and people mulling around. I watched, come on, Chris, go to the poker room. Like, there's nothing in it.
Right.
There was nothing there.
Yep.
Which was a bit of a strange thing, but yeah, obviously that's their series is finished. But yeah, there's poker everywhere, and people have realised that not everybody plays the World Series,
No.
and if you stick an event on, run it well, and people will turn up.
I'm one of those people that the only way I play a World Series event, because they're all, pretty much $1,000 and up, and that's not me. I'm a, cash game player, never a tournament player. But if I'm going to play it, it's because I won my way in
Yeah,
through either league play or a satellite or something like that. But I'm not one of those people.
yeah. Well,
I think I'm more of the average.
Yeah, and
poker
the satellites have got bigger and better in Vegas as well. I've noticed.
Yeah,
I think the last one on the day before day 1A had something like 90 seats.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah.
Because people do like to game for fraction.
No.
Of course.
Great idea.
I'm a huge proponent of satellites. I think every series that is out there needs to have, satellites to be able to get into the bigger events. Anything that's over $500, there should be a satellite for it.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cash game players too. I play a lot of cash. Tons that just come to play cash because it's so busy. There's a lot of money flying around Vegas right now.
There is. There is. Where's it all come from?
That's what I say.
Where does it all come
I don't
from?
know. I mean, everybody's talking about how they're suffering, and I'm like, well, you would never know it in this room, And young people, like in their 20s, and they pull out, wads that are just wrapped in rubber bands. Jeez, man.
I was actually thinking I got to figure out my shit and get ready for next year's main event. Like I've got to work it out. And
You want to play the main?
yes,
Yeah, but you've only got 12 months to sort it.
I know.
Yeah.
Put away $1,000 a US a month.
There
and
you
I'm
go.
And I'm in.
You're in.
Not a goal. Never will be a
Easily
goal.
done.
If you
I
gave
have
me
to-
$10,000, I wouldn't be for the main event. I'd be playing the $10,000 dealer's choice.
Yeah, that's cool too. I
It's
mean,
not cool too. It's the bomb diggity.
even
I'm in.
have you seen the bracelet for the main?
Yeah.
Have you seen the prize money?
Yes.
10 million.
Okay,
for
but the
first.
reality is my getting in the 10K buy-in for horse, or no, excuse me, not horse, for Hold'em,
Yeah.
I'm going to be out in the first day.
Well,
I'm not a Hold'em player. Why would I? That is not a dream of mine at all. Never will be.
yeah, I love PLO, but I'm gonna play it.
Well, I was watching somebody playing the 8 game yesterday in the horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you know 8 games?
We all play mixed
we
games.
play
How
mixed
do you know
games.
8 games?
We have 30 games in our rotation.
There's some
Yeah.
games when you turn your cards over and flash the card, it's like, what's this game? Oh, you're showing each other the cards and
We have a
everything.
nice little plaque at the table that tells you what you're playing.
Now you Google it real fast.
Wow.
On
Yeah.
your tour, do you have mixed games like
No.
horse,
No,
PLO?
the only time, we do, there's a PLO tournament, but it's only high.
Yeah,
So
high.
4, 5. But we do 4, 5, or 6. And over here, you don't play 5 card or 6 card.
No, that happened to me in Malta.
Yes.
They told me because they wanted to play. I was downstairs and I was like, yeah, let's play that. And then they were like, well, we play 6 card. And I go,
Yeah,
is there any deck left? And they were like, well, if you want to be boring, go play Hold'em is what they told me.
But nobody in Vegas plays 4, 5, or 6. So they don't play obviously you get L4 cards, 5
So
or
in other words,
so you can have 6
it
cards.
gets called at the deal. How do you say 4, 5, or 6?
So 6 cards per hand.
No, I know.
So
but
your
what I'm
whole
saying is it when you sit down, do you
Yeah.
know already they're going to do 6?
It's normally a round of each.
A rotation.
So it would be an orbit of
could
4,
do that.
an
Sure,
orbit of 5,
I'm
and then,
in.
It's fine.
and then an
yeah.
orbit of 6. Because 4 card is just like for the purists.
Yes.
Whereas 5
5 cards,
you
normal.
get 6 and it's like, fuck, I've got all these cards, I'm bound
Yeah.
to have the nuts. Like,
Yeah.
But so
But
4
every damn turn or every next card
completely
screws you
changes.
up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So 4, 5, or 6 is
Do you do a lot of
is very
double
popular.
boards? Do you do a lot of double
That's
boards?
becoming like anybody want to gamble? Yeah, we've got a 4, 5. Yeah, so the bomb pots they're getting more popular.
I understand.
But Omaha tournaments, we've always had a Omaha tournament in our festival. Always.
Okay.
It's one of the only games that's ever stood its test of time.
Yeah.
And
But
it's always PLO.
regarding all the other games, that would just be cash,
Yeah.
and you'd have cash tables. But you would have one running every day at least, and sometimes they just make up games.
Yeah.
And I mean, they just get bored of the normal stud, and then they get normal of the
Well-
Omaha ILO and stuff like that. So they'll just make up games overnight, and they'll think, well, this is what
They
you
don't
do.
need to make up games. We've got
Oh,
them.
yeah.
We've got them all. I mean, we even have glossaries. We have
There's
this is
so
how you play them.
many.
These are the best hands. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's like huge. Yeah.
There's one
Mixed
called-
games are
You ever played
ginormous
Maltese
here.
Cross?
What's that?
Maltese Cross.
I don't know that one.
No, I don't know that one.
So
though.
Maltese
we probably
Cross.
have another name for it, but go ahead.
Yeah, you probably do.
Yeah.
So Maltese Cross is basically a clock. So you start with 1 at 12 o'clock, 1 at 3, 1 at 6, 1 at 9. Then you go in the middle of that, and then you stick 1 in the middle. So there's a 5
goodness.
across that way and a 5 across that way. So it looks like a cross.
I am so playing that. Okay.
So then you're up and down, high, low, across high, low, and you've got to either win both or you've got to,
goodness.
you can chop it a lot.
Sounds like
So
a
that's
puzzle.
four
But
boards.
both boards
It's
are-
4 boards.
So both boards are playing because it's a cross.
Two
And it's
boards,
best.
but high-low.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
How many
best,
cards
high,
in
low.
your hand?
Maltese cross, I think it's 4.
Okay.
I think.
Interesting.
But then, if you want to gamble,
Is it high-low?
yes.
I'm in. I'm in.
right, by
We're
the way.
playing this.
Split
I
pot.
started choking. I need a little bit of water. Sorry, guys.
But then if you want to gamble, what they'll do is they'll play reverse Maltese and just put the one middle card out. And then they start betting.
Oh,
my
gosh.
goodness.
I'm in. And it's played limit, or PLO, or like not PLO.
Yeah,
but
pot limit.
Pot, it's
Yeah.
pot limit?
Yeah,
So everybody's broke on every hand.
absolutely.
I'm in.
It's a gamble game.
Yeah.
But basically, if you want to play reverse, they put one middle card down,
And then
and then somebody will say pot. So why can you put 4 of diamonds pot?
If you want in, let's go.
Absolutely. You'd love that game. You would love that game.
Yeah.
Did you play this
I would-
everywhere or just Malta?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, most of the like I said, most of them kind of games are all cash. You wouldn't get a
Yeah.
tournament of that at all. But there's always a cash table
They had
somewhere.
a Svetten tournament. Remember at Malta Poker Festival?
Which one?
The Svelten. Remember that one? So it's a form of PLO.
Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. Martin had to teach me. Shout out to Martin. But yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, I've already forgotten. So I have to go back
I'll
and
have to look
study.
that one up. I'll have to look that
It
one
was all
up.
complicated, and I was
There's
like,
always
they had a
somebody
tournament
somewhere.
though.
There's
Yeah,
always somebody
PLO.
somewhere in a corner thinking of a game and a variation.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
We've not played this. Let's try this. There's always. But yeah, so cash.
Okay, one more time. What's the name of it? Something cross.
Maltese.
Maltese.
Okay, so I can remember Maltese cross. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Yeah. And if you play reverse Maltese, basically just prepare to go broke.
Yeah.
Degen game.
Or bingo, and you
Because
might
somebody
win.
with one card out with 8 to come will say pot.
Yeah. Just pot. When in doubt, you always say pot.
Where did you learn poker?
The transition from, because when I moved over, I was in Black when I moved over to Blackpool in 2004. Basically, we played cards in a pub, and it was 3-card brag. I don't know if you've heard of 3-card brag.
No.
Basically, a 3-card poker hand instead of 5.
Oh, okay.
So you had 3 cards.
But it was like a draw game?
So 7, 8, 9.
Or was it a stud game?
7, 8, 9. It was a hold'em game kind of thing.
Oh, it was Hold'em.
So if you got the 3 cards, 1, 2, 3 was like the best, or 3 threes or whatever it was. But there were different terminology. There were runs and prials and all that. So 3-card. Then when poker became quite popular on TV in the early 2000s, then people started playing. We've got 5 cards here. We can play with 5 cards. This looks good. And then obviously the TV and the internet started to change everything. But I got into poker. I actually played the first ever game of poker in 2004 in Vegas in Circus.
Oh, my gosh.
I was playing.
Wow.
I was playing 1-2 limit. This is my first ever game. This is my first, and I don't know why I carried on with it.
Poker.
2004 limit 1-2 in Circus.
Right.
And my first ever
They used to
winning
have
hand
1-2
was a straight
everywhere
flush to
though,
the
back
jack.
then.
Oh my God, a straight.
And I thought,
flush.
this is easy.
Was it wild?
And I don't think I've progressed since. There was what was that? I think it was about
Circus.
5.
Yeah.
I think it was about 5 tables and
Well, they had
everything.
a poker room.
And everything was 1-2, and 3 of the tables were limit, and the other 2 were pot limit. And I thought, I ain't gambling. I'll go limit. Give me the limit. I know exactly what I can
remember
lose.
pot
Limit's
limit.
worse. They chase you down.
They do. I realise that.
It's worse. And then you
But
go
when you sat
crazy.
down for the first time ever, you're thinking, this is cool. I've got stacks of 1s everywhere.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah.
safe.
But it's not
It's like
safe.
a little safety net, but yeah, it's not
not
safe.
safe
I
at
remember-
It's kind of like those penny slots where you feel like you're like, but why is it $10?
Yeah. Before you know it, it's 5 bet and capped, and then you're
Yeah.
like down 200. Like, what happened?
Yeah, exactly right. But yeah, that was 2004. That was my first ever game. And then a couple of years later, obviously with the forums and playing poker locally, tournaments started to get bigger. Not in money, but more people playing them. So like an average game was like £30, £40 on a daily basis. And then it just grew and grew. And then we got the job.
Yeah, we were discussing recently. We want to see more of those old time kind of buy-ins because it lets people practice, and they don't. And the only way you can do it is online. And if you're in a place where you can't play online, it's a problem.
Yeah.
You know. But we used to have a game here in town at the Oh my gosh, not the Gold Coast. It's the other one, Suncoast. Is that Suncoast?
Oh, yes.
Is that what it's called?
The
Is it
Suncoast.
Summerlin?
Yes,
Is that the name of it?
Suncoast, yeah.
It was a $22 buy-in.
Yeah.
And it was the kind of game that it's at $22. You could sit there and you can like just practice position. Never even look at your card. You
You
know,
need
and
to go to
things
the
like
UK
that.
because we have them every day.
What?
Oh,
$20, £20 comps, £30 comps, £40 comps every single day.
oh my God.
Wow.
I learned at Soundstown. That's how I learned with it. But it was 60.
It was 60.
It was
Even
60,
60s.
but I was ingenious. So I would get half of my buy-in paid because I was good at skee ball. So I would do prop bets with the boys. And I would beat them in skee ball. They'd pay half of it. So they'd pay 30. I'd pay 30 and I'd get into for $30.
That's where
I
she
love
used to
it.
play all the time.
That's
That poker
and
is
I
gone
played
now.
Soundstown
But
like almost every night.
She's a full
I'll
Vegas
tell you what.
I was like, whoever wins a skee ball, we pay half of it. Sometimes I'd lose. I'd have to put that extra 30.
I'm going to get in cheap, I know.
I know.
hey,
Full
Yeah.
I'll
Vegas.
sell off myself on skee ball. I love it.
that's hilarious.
Oh,
I
brilliant.
used to play at Gambling Bills. That's what's now the Cromwell with my brother.
Oh, Wild Bills.
Wild
Bills,
Wild
yeah.
Bills on the corner,
Against
yeah.
the tourists, and we thought we were
Steak and
hot
eggs at
shit.
midnight for
Right.
And
$6.99.
Dre's used to be
100%.
downstairs.
Yes, remember
Not
that?
upstairs.
Bring that back.
Remember that on
Steak
the
and eggs is
corner?
now $90.
You can still go to Ellis Island.
Oh, yeah.
You still
And
get
the
$9.99 steak
Silver
and
Sevens.
eggs.
Silver Sevens, I think,
go
is
to
still.
Ellis
It is
Island.
my favorite
$6.99.
place, Ellis Island.
Ellis Island.
It
I
is
love
my
Ellis
favorite
Island.
place. They have the only $5 live craps table in Vegas.
Yeah,
Oh,
we went there
wow.
the other day.
$5 craps table, and it's
only
busy
one, yeah.
12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People should take notes.
Yeah.
Why have 5 members of staff stuffed around a $25 table and it's empty all day long?
Right.
Drop it to 5
Yeah.
Yeah.
because people
packed.
People think they've got more money than they have.
Yeah.
They'll pull up $100.
I was
you
at-
can't pull up $100 on a $25 table.
No.
Yeah, we were at the Rio, and it was before they changed over, and it was, or they had just bought it or whatever recently, about a year ago. And we were over there, and we were sitting at a little table at one of the table games, and it was a $5 bet. It was completely full.
Yeah.
And they said, "Okay, you guys only have like another 20 minutes, and then we're gonna up it to it's gonna be a $10 table." And we said, "Okay." When the minute that it opened to $10, we all got up and left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The guy goes, "Where are you going?" And I said, "Well, we're not going to play it at that."
No.
Even though we were playing at that level,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we didn't want to be forced to.
Yeah.
And so they said, "Okay, we'll keep it open for another hour for you guys at $5."
Exactly.
We said, "Okay."
Yeah,
So we
it's a
stayed.
business.
Why is there only one $5 table? Why has everything got to be as expensive as why have an empty $25 table?
Right.
Get the $5 back, get it full,
I
get the people
agree.
round, get the people
I
playing.
agree.
It's
100%.
But Ellis Island's great.
I love
I love
Ellis
it.
Oh, I
Island,
love
too.
I love
Ellis
it.
Island, too.
You can get real drinks
Especially
in pint
now that
pots and everything.
they have new
Great.
flooring in there that the old carpet used to stick to your feet.
That's just nostalgia.
That's so just
I'll call it that.
Absolutely. Some of the staff are as old as the carpet, but that's
I love Ellis Island.
it's awesome. But yeah, why does everything have to be
I feel
as
the same.
expensive as possible?
When you guys are all here for the series, they raise everything for us.
Yeah, of course.
All my
They're
poker,
really
everything I do
Really.
normally because I live here. So like all the
So
series,
much more.
Going to the Orleans just normally would be much cheaper. Now it's $300 a pop.
Yeah.
So from the 1st of August, or obviously the series finishes on the 17th,
yeah.
does it drastically drop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's all
Oh,
raised
I'm
because you
coming in
guys are here.
August.
Yeah.
I'm coming back in August.
Yeah, that's when to come.
Once we've done the Goliath, that's me. I'm coming back.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I love it.
You'll love it.
So
yeah.
what is next for Tower? The Goliath?
We
August?
we get back from Vegas. We have a week off, and then it's 10 days of Goliath.
That's cool.
I think the series starts on the 24th of July. They've got the hall that we use for Goliath because it's got like 1,500 people in it. It's the biggest space that we have in the UK for poker,
Yeah.
and it's connected to a casino, which is absolutely ideal. If you ever come to Coventry,
Yeah.
it's underneath. It's actually underneath the football pitch
Oh, that's cool.
because there's a football team there play Coventry
Oh my
City.
God.
So Coventry City are in the second tier of football, and they play football there. So the pitch. Then you walk in the casino. You go down 2 escalators, and then you're underground.
Okay.
And then the casino is all round there. But when you go to the hall, you're actually underneath the pitch.
That's
I love
so
this.
cool.
Great.
Was one of my questions for you. So what's your football team?
My football team is my hometown, which is Rotherham United, which are like...
Oh, no, we're
is-
Manchester City.
I see
at
you
my
are
house.
good. Yeah, but you like the top tier football and you like all the...
I'm Wrexham because
You're Wrexham because of
Only
Ryan Reynolds.
exactly. That's the American thing we have that we know about. And so I looked up because I was like, well, how do you decide a team? So I looked up.
Yeah.
London has 17 teams. How do
Yeah.
people decide which team they are?
Mainly from where you're
From
born.
where you're
So
yeah,
where you're born
Yeah.
is that's how you decide.
Mainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of teams, like my town where I'm originally from, Rotherham, is like 250,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Sheffield, 2 miles away, has got 750,000 people and 2 football teams. And they were always better. And they were always in the top tier. And they were always winning things. So everybody was like, I'm not watching Rotherham United. I'm going to watch Sheffield because they're winning everything. So people do pick.
Yeah,
and
football
choose
is
it.
huge in Australia, Europe.
It's everywhere
Is it
except for the
really?
U.S.
Yeah.
No, it
huge.
is. Yeah.
It's
getting
everywhere else.
bigger.
I mean, I'm
In the
from
US, isn't it?
Michigan.
Well, only
You're born
because
with
of
a
David
football
Beckham
in
with
your
Miami
or soccer
FC.
ball in your crib.
With Miami FC, David Beckham's working on it.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
smart guy.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of celebrities in on it.
He's a
Yeah,
smart guy.
it's still not as big here.
No.
It's not. But Wrexham is helping.
Wrexham definitely helped. Well, Tom Brady now owns a share of
I
Birmingham
know.
City.
Yeah.
I know it's taken off. So
Yeah,
that's
It'll be the next boom.
Well, that's because,
who else
David
is
Beckham's
another
done well.
American
no, it's
footballer
Ryan
just got
Gosling
involved
who's
as
done
well.
it.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling
Gosling.
did it. Ryan Gosling bought a team, Wrexham, went over there, and basically was this, I don't know, like middle class town, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Like working
Yeah,
class or
North
whatever.
Wales. Yeah.
And like it was not a very popular team. I mean, it was very popular to the
They
people
weren't
in the
even
town.
yeah.
Right, in town.
They weren't even in the actual football league.
League.
Yes. And so they've had to win and they've given them a new stadium and they've done all of these amazing things over there. And now it's like, especially for America, we've all watched it happen. So this is how I feel
support
attached to
it.
it.
Wrexham.
So it's all Ryan Reynolds' fault.
It is Ryan Reynolds' fault.
Brilliant. I love it.
We love Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds.
but Tom
anyway.
Brady's bought a share of Birmingham City, and then there's somebody else that's just invested somewhere else, another football team. I don't know why. They're all lost leaders. They don't make money.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Football does not make money at all.
Yeah, the players do.
Oh, the players make fortunes. The players make
Yeah,
fortunes.
my son's
And
in the
merchandise.
Manchester City feeder program.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so that we have the coaches from the UK, the whole thing, this amazing pitch. It's like a whole school. It's massive.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm a sports bettor, so I always do
Are you?
Man United
Oh,
just
okay.
because they win. And that's all I knew. I didn't know.
If
Yeah.
you, if
No,
you
you
bet on
know
Man
because
United,
of David Beckham.
No, it has nothing to do. I absolutely
it
do
has.
not know. She's wrong. I sports bet, and I didn't know anything about them, but I would watch. I'd watch
Yeah.
everything, and I'd see. I watch Lions, so I'd watch Lions, and I'd watch Man United, and I was like, okay. So every time I bet on them, I win. So I was like, okay, this is my team for now, as long as they're
they
winning, 'cause I
win,
didn't
that's what
know.
you're doing.
that's
Yeah.
it. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be.
No,
We're,
Man
we're
City good.
kind of at the end of our show here, but it's gone by like
So quick.
water.
so
I mean,
quick.
it's amazing.
I feel like we should stay.
I think so.
I feel like we should carry
Well,
on.
you know what? I think we're going to come
We
to
need to know.
England
We
and
need
do
to
one
know
there.
when you're coming to the UK to play the Goliath. If it's not this
Yes.
year, will it be next year?
No,
That'd be
we'll come
something.
this
Yeah, we
year.
could
We'll
try.
figure it out.
Well, we're definitely going to London in November.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there
Oh, okay.
What do
Yeah.
you have going on during that time? Is there anything going on?
Well, actually, glad you've said that because London, the Victoria Casino in London is the biggest casino for Grosvenor casinos in
Okay.
terms of they have 30 cash tables every day.
Wow.
And they normally have between 10 and 20 running, but they do have space for 30. They're actually going through a refurb. So it's actually closed down for 9 months. So we've moved everything to Luton. So Luton, Coventry. I think my stops after Vegas are Coventry, Luton, Blackpool, hometown. Well, hometown where I live. We should have been doing. Oh, we've got Manchester again, so you can come see Man United.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I'll go to
We have a
Manchester
10-day
City.
festival. We have a 10-day festival in Manchester,
Okay.
and then you could fit in going to Old Trafford.
We'll have to do that.
Yeah.
That's
Manchester would be cool.
We will swap dates.
Yeah.
Can I get there on the tube?
Tube? Not in Manchester.
We have to hire a
There is
car.
only the tube. There is only the tube in London.
Okay.
Don't expect
Well, I'm
anything.
not driving there, that's for sure. That would be disastrous.
No, I can drive on that side of the road.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I have to.
And I taught
In a
her.
pinch you
can
did.
do
She
it.
did not teach me. She's just making stuff up.
It's like,
I
go.
just kind of got forced into it,
I
and
just
I
gave
did
her
it.
my car in Australia and said drive.
Something like that.
Stay on this side of the road.
One thing I wanted to say to you
Yes.
before we get off the air, though, is I didn't know who you were. And I said, who is this tower guy? And they said, he is the Mike Sexton of the UK.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
for you to have that title, because Mike is like so
What a
near and
legend.
dear, immediately elevated you to big status for me.
Managed to interview Mike at the Irish Open
Oh.
about 2009, 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met him in Vegas and we had a chat as well. What a guy.
Oh, yeah.
What
Yeah.
a guy. He actually, I think he was one of the guys that actually changed the way poker TV programs. Everybody was waiting for Mike Sexton to come onto TV.
Oh, for sure.
And as soon as and obviously he's,
Well, he brought poker to the U.S.
He's
in
brilliant.
the biggest. I mean, they were the originators.
yeah, absolutely. He was fantastic, Mike Sexton. But yeah, I had the pleasure of talking to him 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But some-
Well, we look forward to the next time you're back, and we'll have you on again for sure.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
And if you manage to come to the Goliath,
Oh, we're
which
coming.
is
We're coming.
which
We're
is
coming.
not too far away, to be fair. So if you don't manage this year,
Yeah,
we'll
might be
definitely
next
have to
year.
Yeah,
definitely have to arrange for
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, 100%.
But we should
be
do this
awesome.
again over
Yeah,
in the
we'll
UK.
do it in the UK.
Yes,
100%.
Las Vegas Girls on Tour.
Woohoo!
That's what you need to do.
I
We can do
love
that.
it.
Yeah,
That's what we
I
need
love
to
it.
do.
Well, thank you for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you very
it's
much.
been-
I hope I've
Yeah,
not
thank
talked
you,
too much.
Joe.
No, no, no.
We're
It's
doing great. We might need a
fabulous.
few translations, but we're doing good.
Yeah.
Subtitles
The
are all
only,
slowly
the only show we put subtitles in. Yeah.
Subtitles.
That's one of the best things when you're live streaming now.
Yeah.
Because even if you live stream onto Facebook, they come up with subtitles.
Yes,
Exactly.
isn't it
great,
great?
isn't it?
I
It is.
How clever
absolutely
is
love
that?
it.
And
I
you didn't
love it.
swear.
I never do.
No,
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 never.
on live.
No.
No, you're good.
No, I know.
Professional.
Never.
I must learn from you.
Yes, Lupe.
I'm the potty mouth of the group. I'm sorry. But on behalf of,
The Real Poker Girls Las Vegas.
we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Tower.
Thank you.
Tower.